Hey guys, I just got done watching the fourth Jennifer Lawrence film that I'm going to be talking about. And that is actually the fourth Hunger Games film. It's actually the final one in this series. I know there's been a new one that's just been announced that's actually the prequel to the first one. And I think that's currently in development, so I'll do a review on that when that comes up. But I actually don't think Jennifer Lawrence is in that, so that won't be a part of this series. But yeah, as I've just said, guys, I just got done watching The Mockingjay Part 2, and I'm going to talk about it. And overall, my overall opinions on this film is that I really like this film. It's definitely better than The Mockingjay Part 1, but I still don't think it's as good as Catching Fire or the first Hunger Games film, and I'll get into that a bit later. But yeah, Francis Lawrence is back again with the final Hunger Games film, as I just mentioned, and I think he does a really good job in this film because this film is action packed. This film is basically Katniss and the rebels trying to assassinate President Snow. And instead of sort of like an arena for the games, he turns the whole capital into a massive arena. And there's so many scenes where we get main characters that get killed off in like really like creative ways. There's like different traps, there's zombies, there's machine guns. There's even this bit where someone steps on like a plate and this whole like sort of courtyard gets full of like this black liquid, and if you step in it, there's like a trip mine that sends you in the air, and these harpoons like come at you really quick. And there's a really graphic scene, which this film's a 12, yeah. Um, there's a really graphic scene where this guy steps on a bit of the black goo, and he gets sent up in the air, and this like harpoon goes straight through his head. Like, I thought that was really graphic for like a 12, but it's very entertaining, I have to say. As I just mentioned, that yeah, there's a great scene with zombies as well. It's like these like, I think they're actually dead people from the games, and they've made them into these creatures. They need. I think they should go more into the lore of that in the prequel film. That could be really cool. But yeah, there's like different ways people are dying, and there's actually a really sad bit where President Snow like has enough of everyone. He says to the whole of the capital to come to this mansion that he lives in, and he sends these parachutes down that are actually the sponsor things, if you guys remember from the first two films, but they're actually C4, and they kill loads of people. And sadly, this is where Katniss's sister, and Liam Hemsworth's character Gale, they all go together, and Katniss's sister actually ends up dying, and President Snow actually gets called upon for treason and tyranny, of course. And something that I mentioned last week, guys, sorry, Julianne Moore's character actually does become a bit of a villain here, because as President Snow's going to get killed by Katniss, Julianne Moore's character has a little bit of a speech saying that she's going to create the games again, and it, like history, it repeats itself. So she is pretty much going to be the exact same thing. And we find out actually that President Snow is dying, and in this scene, it's really impactful. James Newton Howard's back with the music as always with these films, and Katniss is the bow, and she actually kills Julianne Moore's character instead, because we see President Snow coughing up blood, so she thinks, oh, he's gonna die anyway. So she actually kills Julianne Moore's character, and the whole crowd come and kill President Snow, and it's so sick. Like, they just start beating the hell out of him, and what an ending to this massive franchise. And then there's a bit of a time jump where she actually settles down with Peter. I would have rather she settled down with Gale, because I love the chemistry in these films. They're so good, these actors. But Josh Hutcherson does a really good job as Gale in this film, because he's like really unhinged. Because obviously where Mockingjay Part 1 came off and ended, sorry, he's sort of like, he's still like brainwashed and stuff. But in the end, they have a kid together, and everything sort of lives happily ever after, I guess, because they elect one of the other sort of dictators from the other districts to be the head of the capital. And I'm guessing everything lived happily ever after, as I just mentioned. But yeah, overall, guys, I really like this film. That's why I'm gonna give it an 8 to an 8.5 out of 10. I really do enjoy this film. It's a great final finish, because I know a lot of people think this is like a 10 out of 10 film, and some people really hate this film, but I'm neither. I'm sort of in the middle. I really do enjoy this film. Jennifer Lawrence does a great job, as she always does, and this film brings the Hunger Games franchise to a satisfying close. A really good finish. But what did you guys think of the Hunger Games films? And don't forget to keep an eye out on my next Jennifer Lawrence film. That would be The Red Sparrow. I'll be doing that next week, I think. So let us know down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.